Finishing strong today can set these teams up for a better performance in the playoffs.
It's the last game of the season, and we're really looking to close it out strong.
Oh, Speed's gonna face check him. This is not good. One more attack to go. Oh, the flashback.
Judy cashes in again.
Cloud9 turns and starts to obliterate Team Solo Mid.
So today, if we win our match, we tie our win streak. It'd be awesome if we tie it.
Today, it's all about gaining momentum for the playoffs.
They could get double lift on this. Tries to turn the fight around, and they bring in the quadra kill for Cop. Put down the authority.
The most pressure is going to be on EG and XGG to stay out of the last place.
We really have to win.
Our match versus EG is what the whole season comes down to.
Welcome to the final day of the 2014 North American League Championship Series Spring Split. We're coming to you live from our studios in Los Angeles, and the audience is just as pumped as we are for some League of Legends action. Hello, I'm Rivington Bizen III, and watching my back today is Joshua Jat Leesman.
Yeah, and I'm pretty excited for the last day of the North American regular season.
We got here pretty quick, gotta say. It's been a lot of action, and we've had an amazing Super Week so far with 11 action-packed games. As the dust starts to settle, here's where we stand. Cloud9 has captured first place in the regular season standings after spending nearly the entire split in second.
Yeah, and with their decisive victory over TSM, Cloud9 have locked the first seed in the spring playoffs, and that means pole position for Paris as well. It was their 12th straight win, so if they win against Coast today, they will tie their own record from the 2013 spring for the longest winning streak in NA LCS history. A nice little way to close out the split.
And that it is. And while the top spots are locked down, the battle for 4th and 5th between Curse and Dignitas will be decided today.
Yeah, Dignitas have one game over Curse, but Curse can still tie it up. And with the head-to-head in their favor 3-1, they can actually take 4th as well. So either way, they will be facing each other in the playoff quarterfinals, but that 4th seed gets the choice of the red or the blue side in the playoffs, not to mention the added confidence. So these teams will be looking for any advantage they can get.
And the same could be said for Evil Geniuses and XDG, who are still tied for 7th in the standings right now.
Yeah, this is actually pretty huge. Both these teams have already been eliminated from the playoffs, and they will be going to the summer promotion tournament. But the 7th place team actually gets a say in who they face. Right. That could make all the difference in whether they return for the NA LCS summer split.
And finally, Shen has been disabled from play in the LCS and Challenger Series effective today.
Yeah, we have to touch on this. At the conclusion of yesterday's action, LCS League Ops officials confirmed that a bug affected Shen Stan United during one of the LCS games. If the disadvantaged team had then paused the game to report the bug, they would have been offered a remake, but they chose to play through it, and then they forfeited their right to a potential remake because of that.
Right. However, because the rules stipulate there was cause for a remake, Shen will be disabled.
Yes.
And of course, there were some huge moments that had you guys blowing up on Twitter as well, so we're going to take a look at the top 3 of the hashtag LCS Big Plays. At Verkland says, Bjergsen with the turnaround kill on Shifter, showing everyone why he is leading the votes for All-Star.
Yeah, also at Airfire21 says Cop coming out with the godlike quadra, turning the fight, exclamation mark.
And at Joe Long 05, double lift. Oh, there's 2 of you. Cool story, bro.
Let's roll those LCS big plays.
Shifter looking for the roam.
Again, he wants the pick, and he got it
the
again!
damage. Look at the burst comes through. Can Bjergsen get away with this? A lot of damage. Shifter, he's gonna go down, and Bjergsen lives.
They're going to turn back on the fight. Cop does not know he's right there, and he gets a startle surprise, trying to take down Dexter. The headshot was the next one to proc out, and the red buff keeps him in line to get killed. Boy's going to get help here. Now this is big. A nice Peacemaker coming over the wall. Cop very low on mana, but has that red buff. They could get double lift on this. Tries to turn the fight around. Gets the hook from half remove, but it's not enough. And they bring in the quadra kill for Cop. This just lit the fuse for an explosion.
Till smush.
Oh, double lift, we need vision, get in the bush, but I don't want to die. Way too early, but he is able to solo out on the Crepo. Profilter's coming in. Double lift said I had it, guys. Go do what you were doing.
Double lift being double lift.
Yeah,
Ace
hey,
check
he was
barrage.
pretty fed in that game, so he could go back to his old habits that time.
That he could. So remember to hop on Twitter and share the plays that blow your minds throughout the day. Be sure to send them to @LOL Esports and use the hashtag LCSBigPlays. Now let's take a look at how the teams stack up. Brought to you by the new season of Game of Thrones. In first place, it's Cloud9.
Then in second place, it is TSM and COG in third with 17 wins and 10 losses.
Then in fourth, it's Dignitas, followed one game back by Curse with 11 wins and 16 losses.
Sixth place is Team Coast, and then sharing the last place spot is Evil Geniuses and XDG.
But for now, let's take a look at the spring playoff bracket as it continues to take shape.
Yeah, with the first round buys, it's Cloud9 in the top spot and TSM with the second seed.
And then CLG has third seed and will face off against Coast, who took the 6th spot. We will see today if it's Dignitas or Curse that takes fourth, but both teams will face off or face each other in our playoff quarterfinals. And now turning to today's schedule, we kick it off with Dignitas versus Counterlogic Gaming. That's going to be followed by Evil Geniuses taking on Curse.
Then XDG squares off against TSM, and after that, Cloud9 will match up against Coast.
And we'll close out the split with XDG facing off against Evil Geniuses in our battle for 7th. That's the schedule, but we want to know who you think is going to come out on top. So head over to lolesports.com, click on schedule, select week 11, and lock in your votes.
Also there you can learn about the All-Star event taking place in Paris, France, as well as the postseason schedule. Or if you don't like change and are not ready to let go of the spring split, you can rewatch all the games from this year.
And you can also find out how to join us here in the studio for our summer playoffs and rub elbows with the pros. Just click on the tickets link for all the details. But for now, we're going to send it across the studio to Freakin' Kobe at the